If you want to go and jump in a heated pool and walk laps, it's a yes from me. If you want to go and do yoga and breathe deeply for 45 minutes, it's a yes. And all of these low friction movement modalities actually are gateway into you feeling better, making a promise to yourself, honoring the promise, and then feeling capable of taking maybe the next step. If there is one modality of exercise that you're leaning towards and you think, oh, I don't know if it's hard enough or good enough, the answer from me is, please just get started, make a promise to yourself and be consistent, and we can revisit it in 6 weeks' time and see what you're capable of doing next. The movement is the medicine. Motion is the lotion. Just start with something that resonates, and then we'll get picky about what actually is the most effective exercise under the sun. I also like to tell my clients, if I make you the best program, but it doesn't get done, there's no point. So the best program is a program that you actually do. So I often have a conversation with people to say, like, can you see yourself doing these movements, yay or nay? What is it that you would prefer to do? What is an exercise that you're currently doing and that you're actually doing well? Then I make a tweak to that exercise. So if your routine is that you always go for a walk, it's a 15-minute walk every morning, I'm not going to cull the walk and put hamstring stretches in its place. I'm going to say, that's fantastic. It's so good for you. After your walk, can you do these 2 extra exercises? One, because you enjoy the walk, you're likely to do it, and you know that there's a compulsory 2 exercises after the walk, and so you have to get it done. Awesome. If you're the kind of person who enjoys stretching in front of the TV at the end of the day, and that becomes your reward, well, I'm going to add 2 or 3 exercises you have to do before you're allowed to do the stretching, because then you're likely to do those so that you can get to the thing you actually enjoy. And the stretching is probably really good for you. And I might look at the stretches and say, can we leave this one out? I think it might be hindering you, because the way in which you're executing it is slightly off. We'll bring it back in when you have the strength to hold yourself, when you're responsible enough not to dump over there, and then we'll do this one instead. Shop. There's a way to get you to have your cake and eat it, and there's also a way to get you to do the thing that needs to be done. You know, there's that saying, and I've used it quite a few times in my life, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And so everyone's like, yeah, that's true. And I came across, I can't remember who it was or where it was, but I heard this and it's brilliant. So someone said, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink unless you take it for a 30-kilometer outride. You starve it of water for 2 days before the ride. There's all these conditions that you do that will lead in the behavior that you want to happen at the end of the day. And I absolutely love that, because I think as humans, you need to be able to see our flaws. We hate friction. We avoid, for most part, conflict. We don't like discomfort. And we tend to put ourselves maybe last, even though we know that the long-term fallout is horrific. We'll do the short-term thing that brings us comfort right here, right now. And so we make those poor short-term choices and suffer the long-term consequence. But if we made ourselves uncomfortable, we would then take a different route. So that's my plea to you, is pretend you're the horse at the water and you're the best armed to be able to come up with the incentives that make you drink. So put obstacles in your own way. Make the good habits the ones you choose to do each day. So if there's a reward, maybe there's a program you like to watch. You're only allowed to watch that program if you've done a 5-minute rehabilitation stretching session, or a strengthening, or a mobility, or a cardiovascular, whatever it is that we work out you need in your body. That has to happen before you get the reward. Okay? And then other things, you pair great habits with maybe not so great ones, but that get done. Or things that you do without thinking, like brushing your teeth. You know, while you're brushing your teeth, you need to stand on one leg in order to increase your balance and proprioception. It makes a fun outing of the brushing of the teeth. You might get toothpaste everywhere. But the point is, you know you're going to brush your teeth, so pair it with something that's good for you. And these are hacks you've probably heard countless times, but this is your call to action. Find a habit that you're going to definitely do every single day. Pair one thing that's good with it. Find a reward that you treat yourself with. Force yourself to do the thing you don't want to do but need to do before you get the thing you want. Okay. Replace the bad behaviors that are contributing negatively to your back pain with good ones. So if you slouch in the lazy boy, but you know that you have a disc problem that shoots pain down your leg when you're in that position, then do the opposite of that movement while you're watching your program. Do some back extensions or some awareness stuff, and then sit in a better posture and put a cushion in the low back instead of just defaulting to the naughty thing that you know affects you. It's my rant on trying to have healthy habits and get rid of the naughty bad ones.